Hello, Radiant Spirits. It's Feather with Feather's Ancient Wisdom, and your reading for the week of February 10th, 2025. Just clearing the space and waking some energy. This week's deck is Wild Woman Rising, an oracle deck by Angi Sullins, artwork by Jena. I'm sorry if I mispronunciate your last name. DellaGrottaglia. We'll see. Anyway, this is a US Games deck. Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. I mean, and just the way that the box is done with the magnetic closure opens. You've got your string to pull your decks out very easily, and this beautiful wolf imagery with the full moon. Just a gorgeous box, and leads to a gorgeous deck with the moon phases there. So we're in a gibbous moon. I reoriented my cloth so that we can see that waxing gibbous. All right, let's get into it. Thank you, beautiful spirits. These cards are coupled with animals. Woo, thank you. This is Monday's card for Monday, February 10th. Take your place with bear. Whew. So bear energy, very much a strong, powerful energy. And it's knowing where you are. It's a confident energy. It's know your place, as in know that you belong. Know where you feel at home, where you feel confident. Like already my spine is straightening talking about this card. So it is the same thing for all of you out there. Monday, it's like stay strong, be confident, know that you've got this. Know where you are is exactly where you meant to be, no matter what is happening around you, okay? You've got this. The universe has your back. Pull in that bear energy. I want you guys thinking about bear on Monday, okay? What does bear mean to you? What feelings does bear invoke for you? Other than fear, some of you may have fear about bears. Let that go. But just think about the power of the bear and those claws, how huge they are. And they're just like ready to take on the day, right? So you're going to channel that inner bear energy on Monday and know your place. Thank you. All right, Tuesday. Thank you, beautiful spirits. Thank you, wild women. Thank you, animal guides. Looking for Tuesday. Thank you. Remember who you are with the sea star. Interesting. Like deep within us, we are all connected to source. We are all part of this universe, this intricate, delicate and vast and expansive universe. And we're all pieces in it. Each one of us is a radiant spirit, just like a sea star mimics actual stars out there in the universe. Great balls of fire, this energy, right? Think about our sun. Think about images you've seen of the sun and how bright and how vast and how it moves, how it has its solar flares. It's like out there just like expanding, and look at me, and I am who I am, and I'm going to be who I am, and I'm just going to shine brighter and brighter. Okay, so remember, you are the stuff made of stars. We all have all of that beautiful energy within us. We are all beautiful radiant spirits, and you are here to glow. You are here to radiate out this beautiful energy that is your soul energy and shine. Okay, so that little tiny sea star at the bottom of the ocean is doing the same exact thing. It's gonna keep on doing what it needs to do, and be a representation for us of how we are connected to the cosmos and the universe. So powerful. Thank you. Wednesday. Thank you so much, animal guides, goddesses. Whew, hello. Beautiful raven. We can tell by the beak. Beak is a little bit curved. So I'm just going to get into a little bit about crow versus raven. A lot of people don't know what differences to look at. So when you see them up close, you can look for the beak. If it's very thick towards the face and tapers down, it's raven. You could also tell by the feathers. The raven's feathers are going to have a shine to it, whereas crow feathers are going to be a little bit more dull. If you see them flying in the air, you can tell the difference in their tail. So a crow is going to have just straight across tail, whereas a raven's is going to be curved. Okay, so that's the basic. And also ravens are much larger than crows. So in person, you can do that. And then also ravens are solo or in pairs, and crows are in greater groups. Okay, so some just little tidbits. And this card is Awaken. Now, ravens also, I'm very in tune with them. They also represent magic, right? And the things that are unseen, the unseen truths that we have here, these universal truths that make magic behind the scenes. And we're now awakening to that magic and understanding how we are connected to everything, how we can manifest our reality with our thoughts, how we can match vibrations with certain things around us. And when we tap into those energies, we can then move into alignment with that energy. So the alignment of the energy of abundance, with the energy of love, and I just watched something from Conscious Life Expo. Group was online live last night, and basically talking about the frequency matching and so much more. Anyway, I don't know. Sometimes spirit just says like, "Ooh, this," and then things kind of fly away. So I just had one of those where it was like, "Ooh, I'm going to talk about this," but then it was like, no, but okay. My apologies. Little shout out to Conscious Life Expo. I have yet to attend your conference, but one of these days I will make my way out there. Thank you so much for posting things online. And basically the whole goal of Conscious Life Expo, like Disclosure Fest, other festivals that we have here in Southern California, they're all here to raise the vibration. They're here to awaken things within yourself. Okay. And getting massive chills. And as we awaken, all of these hidden truths, all of these universal truths, that go beyond the laws of physics. They're like the laws of quantum dynamics. We have yet to really tap into and understand scientifically all of these truths, but they're underlying everything, and it's the order of the universe, and we're awakening to that, and we're becoming more in tune with that. We're becoming more telepathic. Thank you. That was what the message was from Conscious Life Expo that needed to be spoken, but my line was not there yet. Okay, so telepathy. As we awaken within ourselves, right now, we call that telepathy intuition. Interesting, right? It's all the same thing. We have a feeling within ourselves. We have guidance from the universe because we are all one. We are all connected. And as we understand that, as we embody the vibration of oneness and connectedness with compassion and empathy, as we have those feelings, we then are able to connect more with this conscious web of information. Call it the cloud, right? We call it the ether. Either way, there is access to information like Akashic records, the future, what things are going on now. It's like a crystal ball that sees into everything, everywhere, all at once, past, present, future, all of it. It's all happening simultaneously, and it's so hard to grasp initially. But once you do and you understand it, you can really tap into anything. So it's awakening to understanding these concepts and aligning yourself with these vibrations. And when you do that, then the intuition kicks off. Then the telepathy kicks off. Do you ever have it where you're, I just had it recently with work, actually. It was very interesting. Something my boss said reminded me of another one of my coworkers, and I brought that person up. And then she was like, oh my gosh, it's 10:59 and I have to have a call with that person at 11 o'clock. She's like, you're in my brain. So, things like that will happen more frequently. The synchronicities of it all. And sometimes you see things on TV or you're reading a book and the next line comes to you before the other person says it. I mean, even like in reality as well, right? Sometimes you think something and then the other person says it. That's being on the wavelength. That's being in alignment and attuned to the vibration of the universal consciousness. And when you're there, more of that kicks off, and we call it intuition, but really it is akin to telepathy, which for some people is a taboo word. But really, that's the ultimate language. When you think about ETs and how the Greys have very huge heads, very big minds, very large eyes, very, very tiny mouths. So tiny, just a tiny slit compared to us as humans, and how wide our mouths can get as we talk and we sing and we're using our voices. In other dimensional spaces, because it's not three-dimensional, there are other frequencies that you can align to, and that is in the mental space. That is in the telepathic space, okay? So you don't always have to speak. And I'm bringing this up because I want you guys to try this on Tuesday. I want you to try really thinking about something and kind of putting that vibration out into the universe. Ooh, like I'm flexing what would be wings, my little raven wings, apparently. It's interesting. My shoulder blades are feeling active right now when I'm talking about this. But I want you to think about something and see if somebody can pick up on it. It's almost like playing with the cards. I'm going to bring them up. We're on this topic, so we're going to bring and I've been thinking about doing this with you all. The ESP deck, which you guys should be familiar with. I mean, anybody who's seen Ghostbusters saw it in action, with Bankman at school. And so they're these type of cards, and it helps you get into the mind space of, oh, what is that card that they're holding up? What symbol is it? So why not? Let's give it a try. I'm gonna just do a little. There we go. There's the card. Oh, there's two. I'm gonna just do this one. Okay. I'm not gonna show you what it is. I want you guys to think on this card, and I'm gonna leave it for you guys to see in social media as well. And at the end of the week, next week, we're gonna come back and we'll flip over this card and see what it is and see how in tune we all are, how close we got. Did we get the shape? Did we get the color? Were we close? How did we do? So we're going to come back to this, but this is just a fun little thing and something that you guys can try on Tuesday, as far as like tapping into an image and see if you can, play a game with a friend, if they can guess what you're thinking. Those are always really fun, just the simple shapes type of thing, and or a simple object. And okay, it wants me to get into this. And this is also called remote viewing. What you're doing is like your mind is actually going to this card and seeing it. Okay. And it's an ability that you can have when you tap into this. And again, this is all actual reality that you can do. And Global Awakening, I believe, with Scott Kadamus and Deborah, forgive me, last name starts with a G, were speaking last night about this with some other guests at Conscious Life Expo. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving credit where credit is due. But yes, remote viewing, you guys, everybody can do this. It is not like you have to be special. No, everybody can learn how to do this. You can train yourself how to do this. And then it's yes, and it was a lady, I forget I actually didn't really catch her name at all, that was one of the guests, but her and her gentleman, they're speaking with Alan Steinfeld this morning at 10 a.m. and it's 9:44. So no wonder why this is coming up in my space, because I'm tapping in and they're getting ready to talk about all of this and remote viewing. So definitely check out Alan Steinfeld. Definitely, I'm sorry, I'm gonna plug a book. Don't usually do this. Making Contact. It's really great for anybody who wants to actually get some more information. The government is coming out. Disclosure is almost here. We will have affirmation very soon. So it's, prepare yourself, preparing for the new realities of extraterrestrial existence. So I highly recommend anybody who is curious, pick this up. It has a lot of different contributions to it. Everybody has a little bit of something to say in it. It's a compilation, and it's a good read. So if you're interested, check that out. And then look up remote viewing if you're interested in that. That again is about how you are able to go into places, and there are people like Elizabeth April that's what they do, and they're able to remote view into a lot of different places and get some information, and then she shares that with you online. Anyway, I digress. The whole point is awaken. So we're at this point, and I guess with Conscious Life Expo happening and all of these speakers happening this weekend, this is a time right now where that consciousness is kind of like lighting up. I just think, like all the neurons kicking off in your brain and glowing. Like I see those like visual connections happening. And that's what we're here doing right now is my goal here is one, initially to share the beauty of tarot and oracle decks. And that way you get to view them and see how they are before you buy, because a lot of times you just have the cover and the back, which isn't always as meaningful as seeing the cards in person, how the deck feels, whether or not they're kind of like a normal playing card kind of consistency, not too slippery, not too matte. So, and the size kind of gives you like a feel of that, right? That's really my goal here. And then my second goal is to awaken. There, it is to help you guys all become aware of your place in this universe and how you are all connected, how we are all connected, and how I love you because you are me. And yeah, anyway, that was a lot, a lot coming through with Raven and Awaken. And I just hope that you guys all take a little bit something out of these readings, and that they really touch you and they really help you open up and connect with me and everyone on this planet and this universe. All right, so we've got a mystery card for next week. We're going to see how that goes. So we're just going to set that to the side. Whew. Thank you, beautiful spirits. Thank you, Raven. Hello, Thursday. Did I say Tuesday on that one? I meant Wednesday. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Rest deep with Swan. All right. So for those of you who can, I would say, because this is a Thursday card and Thursday usually starts at midnight. So it would be Wednesday night going into Thursday. Make sure that you get to bed on time. Make sure that you get a really good sleep. Okay. This is going to be something that's going to be imperative to what happens on Thursday. You are going to be well rested, need to be well rested for Thursday. Okay. Something is going to be coming up. And if you do not have enough sleep and you are irritable, you are going to miss out on some opportunities that come to you. You may not feel like doing them. You may not feel like engaging if you are not rested. Okay. Whew. Also, I feel like there is going to be a need for you to be at peace. I see swans being all white, right? And this imagery is just all white. And we have this beautiful sleeping woman, right? But it just invokes like peace, okay? And love and kindness and compassion. So when you are not well rested, you are not at your best. You are not going to be empathetic. You are not going to be compassionate. You are going to be a little bit edgy. So make sure that you are rested for Thursday, because there is something that is going to be coming to you that is going to need you to react in a calm and peaceful place. Okay. That's how you're going to need to be responding to what happens on Thursday. So let's see what happens on Thursday, but make sure you get to rest. And if, it doesn't happen to you, then rest up on Thursday night. Okay. But make sure that you get some good sleep. Your energy needs to be replenished. That's where you tap in to, source. To me, I feel like we literally travel in our mental space to somewhere else, and it can be active. You can have active dreams, and you can have interrupted sleep and things happening so that you don't feel well rested. So if that's been like the way the week has been going, it's like, okay, you got to do something, take that chamomile tea and make sure you get yourself, take off the devices before bed, like really decompress for like good 30 to 50 minutes before you go to bed, to really get in a peaceful, calming state so you can get a good, night's sleep. All right. Whew. And healing is done in the sleep state. Okay. Lots of cards fell out. Somebody peeked, but they went away. We're just going to go with the one that is showing. And that is Reclaim Your Soul Skin on Friday. I love this card. So I peeked at this deck earlier and looked at like every single card because they are just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I am in love with this deck. Thank you so much, Jena. Thank you so much, Angi, for creating this deck and these absolutely beautiful images they just really speak to me. To me, this is like, your mermaid in the ocean, and befriending a seal, and you can see they're having a telepathic conversation because there's no speaking underwater, right? So it's like you are in underwater, you're in space, you're somewhere where there's no sound, really. It is all about a different frequency, that thought frequency, right? So reclaim your soul skin, reclaim um, that you are beyond this physical being, right? You can, if you relate to mermaids, this one is screaming to you to really connect with that energy. Go to water on Friday. And actually, I would encourage that for everybody. I would take a bath. I would go to the pool, visit a lake, go to the ocean, wherever you can find water, you know, even if it's sitting with a glass of water, and really communing with it. Water holds energy, and it also, is made of the building blocks of the universe. It contains hydrogen and oxygen, and there's just something magical about water that can hold this energy for us. It's like a sacred space and a sacred element. It is one of those elements that revere earth, air, fire, water. So I would say on Friday, really commune with water. And this is where you can really like have a meditative experience, just sitting with yourself and sitting with water and really reflecting on it. Water is a reflective surface. It's so magical. Just give gratitude to water. Like, I'm getting emotional about it, actually. How much of our bodies is water? How much of this earth is water? It's like 2/3, right? So much water all around us. The air we breathe contains water molecules. Everything on this planet contains water. Life contains water. Give gratitude to that. I mean, have you ever just sat and thanked water? Like, thank you for being in my body. Thank you for carrying my blood around my body and feeding my organs. And thank you for being in the oxygen to my lungs and my brain, and nourishing my soul. And of course, I'm getting emotional. Water is the element for emotions because they flow when they want to. So I feel like Friday is really going to be that connection period, and you're going to need to have that sleep, and be that well rested so that you can really connect and see what comes to you, And if you need something to think about this card. What's underneath this card? What shape is it? What color is it? Tap into that telepathy that this mermaid has with this seal, and really connect with water. That's going to be so good for all of us. I'm excited for Friday. All right, Saturday. Thank you. Woo! Oh, and it's bunnies. Guard the inner child. We all have our inner child, and we carry it with us as we grow older in years, but always young at heart, right? We always have that child within us. So Saturday is time to come out and play. Saturday is time to get in tune with what it is that you used to love to do. Maybe it's been a while since you've done it. Think about the joy that you get when you see a bunny and that little cottontail bobbing it across the lawn. Just think about bunnies. Think about seeing them and how cute they are. I mean, they just invoke joy. And remember when you were a kid and it was the first time you saw a bunny? What was that feeling? How did that make you feel? Like, put a smile on your face, I'm sure. I can't imagine anybody looking at a bunny and not feeling a little bit of joy. So, yeah, just grab a hold of joy and run with it on Saturday. I really feel it's a time to play, bust out the board games, go out into nature, be active, be happy, watch a comedy, or something that you used to watch as a kid. I brought up Goonies earlier. So did I? No, I didn't. I brought up Ghostbusters, but what Goonies came to my mind because that's one of my childhood favorites. So, grab some popcorn, watch a good movie from your childhood. Some people go to the Disney collection. Something that just reminds you of what it was like being a kid, the happy moments of being a kid. Where did you find peace and joy, and bring that to yourself on Saturday? That's going to be fun too. Aren't these cards gorgeous? I can't get over it. Thank you and hello. So Sunday. These beautiful blue birds. I'm not sure what they are. They look a little finch. No, finches are not this color. Anyway, I'm not sure what bird this is. But listen, the world open. Okay, so on Sunday, again, I kind of go back to Christianity just because that's how I was raised. And lots of other religions find that Sunday is the day that you're supposed to commune with God, nature, whatever it is with you, with the universe, okay, with spirit, with yourself, because that is really who you're talking to. And be open to listening, okay? Listen to what your voice is telling you. Listen to what the signs are telling you, right? So we're kind of like opening ourselves, we're preparing ourselves for this telepathy, right? For our intuition to just go off and just be intense and open, right? This is the goal that we want to achieve, and this week apparently. So then Sunday, pay attention. What is happening? What are the signs that you are seeing? One thing that I had started doing was, it was like, as synchronicities arise, it's like, okay, she just talked about bunny and I just saw a bunny. And then last week, my friend, already bought a bunny for Easter coming up, and bunny, bunny, bunny. I've been seeing bunnies all over the place. So I've noted that, okay, this is a synchronicity that I've been experiencing. This is a message. What does bunny represent? Okay, well, here I told you this interpretation, but you can go online. You could look up other things. There's many resources out there. There's a reason why we have the internet, so that we have, basically information that they cannot burn down, like Alexandria, right? So go ahead and look up those synchronicities. I just saw a bluebird fly by, which here is blue jay. So it was just interesting as we're reading this card. So blue jay, and these bluebirds. And there goes another one. And there's two here. I just love the universe so much. So things like this, right? What is this saying to me? This is remembering to stay open to receive messages, okay? They are going to come to me. I'm getting chills in my crown chakra and my third eye. they are going to come to you, especially on Sunday as you go about your week and you implement these things. You're connecting with water and you're connecting with yourself and you're getting your good night's sleep. All of things are accumulating to Sunday receiving some messages, which is going to be next week's reading and also the reveal of this card. So very interesting in that respect as well. But there may be other things that happen to you where you can like sit and like, let's look back at the week. What were those synchronicities that came up? Who am I in tune with? Who did we like? We both thought of the same thing at the same time. Like, these are all indications. So like, we all have lots of people in our sphere. We all have lots of friends, right? Um, and for me, it's interesting how certain friends become more prominent at certain times of your life. And I have a great, wonderful, beautiful girlfriend of mine who I've been spending a lot of time with lately. And it's just interesting because we're on that same vibrational energy right now. And we're going on this path together. We're doing our high holiday celebrations together. And we're getting very spiritual. We're on that wavelength together. So this helps you indicate who's part of that soul journey for you at this time. Where should you spend your energy? It's like, I've been hanging out with this person, but it's not really resonating with me. Like this other person, like I barely even talk to them and they're like in my head, you know? So I should probably hang out with that person more, talk to that person more. These are all things like as you go through your week and you accumulate where those synchronicities lay that lie, whatever, that this is what you need to be open to seeing and understanding and putting the pieces together. Okay, so Sunday is going to be a time to really like assess what's going on and really listen to your gut and your intuition. What is the universe telling you? Are you getting a nagging feeling that you should do something? Well, maybe you should try it out. I've always wanted to do this. I always wanted to go there. I always wanted to try that. Do it on Sunday. Listen to yourself. There's a reason, okay? And especially the reason, also, ooh, that doesn't feel good. It's like somebody invited me to go somewhere and it's like, oh, that sounds like fun, but something's just telling me not to go. So, listen to those intuitions, those feelings, and just really be open on Sunday because there's going to be information flooding in, and I'm really excited for that and for you all to see what messages come through for you. So if you feel so inclined, please reach out. Always like, follow, subscribe, and feel free to connect. Right, that's part of this whole thing is connection with others. So feel free to connect with me, with others that are watching this reading, and put something in the comments. This was my synchronicity, because who knows, it might be someone else's. So yeah, it's just a beautiful reading. Being open to what is going on around us, and really getting in touch and in tune. And as we do that, our radiant spirits start glowing and we start radiating out. And just like beacons, we start lighting the other fires in other people's hearts so that their radiant spirit can glow even brighter. Okay, not saying that theirs is out, but you're going to help bring them a spark, of joy, of love, compassion, empathy, all the good stuff. And as we do that as a collective, we raise the frequency level of the collective. And that is really our best resource to fighting anything trying to hold us down and trying to take us to negative places, right? Energy. I keep forgetting this saying. Somebody, please, if you know it, put it in the comments below. Something about, where attention goes, energy flows. Haha, I think that's it. So, where is your attention? Listen on Sunday. Well, have a beautiful week, and shine on, radiant spirits, love, light, and blessings.